Right, this is a sponsored video by Wizards of the Coast. Because I am a member of the MPL, I'm required to state this at the start of some of my videos. We're going to be playing the Sweet Naya deck. Thanks for the resub, Sage. I appreciate you jumping on my intro. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you so much. We're going to be playing this Naya deck. It's going to be really sweet. Hey Jenna, you're cute too. Oh, we're never going to get this intro done. Are we? This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry about this. Alright. We're playing this Naya deck. This Naya Proliferate deck. It seems really sweet. I found it on Twitter. Someone's been crushing with it. It's taking advantage of the Proliferate cards, Huatli's Rattler and Evolution Sage, along with some +1/+1 counter synergy stuff. So we have Pelt Collect, which gets huge off of our Raptors. A Raptor on turn 2 makes our turn 1 Pelt Collector into a free power creature. We have all these Planeswalkers on our top end to give us more play against control decks. And just your board just goes really big and really wide very quickly. The deck seems sweet. I think Huatli's Raptor is kind of a neat card I've been wanting to play with. So I'm excited to play this. And get in some games with it. The intro will continue until morale improves, exactly. Aw, thank you, Charlotte. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you think so. As someone who only owns Mono Blue and not a lot of wildcards, what deck can you recommend me? I think Mono Blue is still like a fine deck. I think it's worse because of Blast Zone, but it's still like very playable if you're just looking for something to ladder with. This is a reasonable hand. Got the turn 1 elf. I think Mono Red is actually a pretty good deck if you're looking for something that doesn't use many wildcards. I don't actually know how many wildcards Simic uses. I assume a lot though. Alas. Yeah, I think Mono Blue is still just a fine deck. Even if it will might end up getting a bit worse. Ooh, Kaya's Wrath is good against this hand. We don't have any of our walkers. We have a Domri now. I guess I just want to resolve the Domri. Makes all my other creatures so much bigger. And gives me more mana to play with. If the Domri resolves, the next turn I get to play a Growth Chamber Guardian and adapt it in the same turn. And it will be uncounterable too. So that seems really strong. Alright, pass the turn. Aw, J Blank. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mono Blue, but swap out all the islands for mountains and play red creatures and burn instead. Mono Red seems decent, yeah, for sure. Do you think Green Gruul is viable while the Phoenix is too good? I have not played with Green Gruul. I haven't really thought about it much. I could see it being fine, but Phoenix is a pretty messed up card. Alright. I'm gonna make a red. Cast my Growth Chamber Guardian. Uncounterable. And then I immediately get to adapt it. I guess I adapt it on their turn because it makes using their mana really awkward for them. No attacks. Pass to you, my friend. You feel like Green Gruul has better 3-drops and 5-drops, Red Gruul has better 4-drops. That's reasonable, Hunker Junk. I feel like Gruul already just has good 3-drops just because Spellbreaker is so busted though. Like, Spellbreaker is just an awesome magic card. Where's Snubby? Somewhere around here. Okay, I present to you a Snubhorn Sentry. Kind of a Snubhorn Sentry. If you squint a lot. Adapt. Go get another Guardian. This is pretty nice for us. We got our 2-for-1. Alright, I can totally play like this, right? Just about. Oh my gosh. You're curious where you could get your own Snubby? I think the correct answer is like Pokemon Center. But it's interesting. Khan's gonna be real hard for us to kill. I guess they like get either of these cards regardless of what I they get access to both of these regardless of what I do. So it doesn't make too much difference. I'll just give them the Teferi. Have I seen slash tried? No, Snubby! Have I seen slash tried Saffron Olives against the odds deck from today? I have not. What made it seem so strong? Yeah, Time Raveler. This has been one of the most impressive cards from the set. I wasn't expecting it to be so good.
Squishy green white plushies are powerful in this meta.
Aww. You're not wrong, Jay. They're always powerful. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate the continued support. It means a lot to me. Alright, I'm going to get down a Growth Chamber Guardian. And I'm going to go ahead and adapt it. And I'm going to get in for 2 damage at Khan. So we know they have access to a Wrath, so I kind of want to force their hand on that, I think. And get my value here. Oh yeah, I think Teresa owns the Mega Snubby. Mega Snubby is huge. Oh yeah, Cosmic Frogs. This is so much better than it looks. Just everything about it. The fact that, like, on the play, it can just, like, bounce their 2-drop, get rid of their board. Even if your opponent doesn't have a board, you can minus just to draw a card. It's, like, completely absurd against Nexus as well. It could actually be, like, pretty decent against Frenzy in a bunch of different ways. I don't know. The card is just very powerful. Very versatile as well. Here's a huge Snubby. You are not wrong, Paul. You are not wrong. Alright. Minus is a Khan to get the Kaya's Wrath. So it gets the Kaya's Wrath, the Elf, and the Chart Guardian. But there's only really like a 1-for-1 because we've drawn a Guardian off the Guardian. We get to immediately rebuild with the Pelt Collector. So I think I'm going to go Pelt Collector, Growth Chamber Guardian. That seems pretty good to me. Can Mono Blue beat Teferi? It's probably challenging too. That's like another card that's scary for Mono Blue from the new set for sure. Teferi is very threatening with the like numbers it's being played in. You can just kill the Teferi, but it's pretty hard to do that. Gets to come down and immediately minus on something. You can have a land opponent. Huh. Interesting. That blocks aren't a thing anymore, are they, Hunker Junk? I don't think they are. This deck does seem fun. I'm a bit worried about it against, like, Kaya's Wrath. But we've been grinding okay this game. Kinda staying in this game. Despite the Khan getting some card advantage over there. Like, I think this is the sort of deck that really wants to, like, be building up a big board, right? So you can get all the value off your Proliferate triggers, especially off your Evolution Sage. So Kaya's Wrath is a bit of a scary Magic card. You've been trying to beat Teferi with Mono Blue and it's rough. Yeah, that would be my expectation. That card is scary. The Esper matchup was already, like, not easy for Mono Blue either. So having to deal with Teferi as well seems pretty scary for Mono Blue. Just like another threat that you struggle to deal with. It's like really good against Spell Pierce too. You can just play it on turn 5 and you're happy with that. D-Spark is low-key MVP. I think D-Spark is underrated. I've had it cast against me a couple times and it's always looked like quite powerful. Quite versatile. I imagine that people are not playing enough of that card. Ooh. Alright, so I can Vivian minus on search for a Scanter. Is this Kaya? Yeah, Avatar is Kaya. Kaya is nice. Hey there, Rototo. Did I see the red-green Planeswalker deck from the NPGO deck dump? Oh! I did see that, Dockmoy. That one looked nice. I think someone posted it on Twitter too. Alright. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna Vivian, minus on this. Raptor, to proliferate so I can kill Khan. This Domri's been kind of cool. It's just like an emblem, right? Just an emblem that's pumping all my creatures. And like randomly making a mana every turn. And we're gonna proliferate onto our Planeswalkers. This is nice. I guess proliferating onto the Domri's not so relevant at this point, but... Take down your Khan. Got 2 scary creatures. They need another Kaya's Wrath immediately. Oh yeah, it was main deck Cindervines. That was the one that I saw, Cambo. That was the 501 I saw. Main deck Cindervines seems kind of legit at the moment, honestly, if you're scared of Nexus. Want to pay it some respect. It's also just, like, good against Esper, right? I can fight so many of their creatures. No, Despark. That's so rude. If they don't have the Kaya's Wrath, though, I'm kind of doing okay here. Trying the Naya deck? Yeah, this Naya deck is fun. I'm enjoying it. I really want to get this Teferi off the board. I also don't want to, like, spew a bunch of damage, though. So I'm definitely sending this at Teferi. Am I sending Pelt Collector too? Or is Pelt Collector just going face? Oh yeah, this took like 8 wild cards, Dom. This was a lot of wild cards, but I figure like the Domries are always going to be good, right? I really want to kill Teferi. Yes, I'm just meant to go face though. Oh wow, nice. Do I overcommit into a Wrath anymore? I don't think I do. I've got like 2 decent threats at the moment. I don't think I want to play another creature into a Wrath. I think they're going to Chemist his Insight this turn. And then like they're just going to untap and Wrath me. I think this is fine. Oh, we've got a decent board. Are they going to Contempt the Domri? Okay. I guess that was maybe my one chance to play a creature around a counterspell. There's some noise outside. I'm going to go close the window. Alright. Please do not Kaya's Wrath me, opponent. Construction. Oh no, that's just someone like doing their lawn or something, I think. Can't really be avoided. Okay, that's the Kaya's Wrath. It's kind of nice that now that I have no Growth Chamber Guardians left in my deck, I can afford to just like run both out happily. Ooh. This one's also pretty respectable. They might just absorb this if they have an absorb. Jamie Topples, oh my gosh. Thank you for that massive raid, Jamie. That's so kind of you. Welcome to everyone joining us. We're playing some sweet standard decks. Trying out this Naya deck at the moment. 24-hour raid. Yeah, I caught some of her stream last night. It was really, really sick. It's really great to see Jamie with so many viewers. I think I'm just playing another one of these and passing the turn. I hope the stream was great, Jamie. I hope you had a really great time. Got lots of subs and stuff. Lots of new viewers after 24 hours. 24-hour stream seems really intimidating. I'm not sure that I could do one. You had the best time? Awesome. That makes me really happy to hear. Hit her sub goal? What was your sub goal, Jamie? That's so awesome. Alright, Teferi. Yike. Alright, you bounced my Growth Chamber Guardian. This is a problem right here. 101 subs for the stream. Wow, that's such a good record to hit, Jamie. I'm really happy for you. I don't know how we ever beat Liliana with this deck. It's like a bit of a concern. I guess you're just like hoping to have a big enough board by the time Liliana hits, but yeah, we can't beat a Lily. It does feel that way. We could minus though this can block the 2/2, then they just get to draw cards though. And I don't get to make this a 4/4 beforehand. Yeah, you should definitely go sleep, Jamie. I can't. 20 more hours of Magic, let alone streaming it. This is so intense. Sebastian Pozzo's black-green list from the latest deck dump is nice. Can you post that one, Camber? All draft? That's pretty neat. I guess that's just your thing, right? I think I'd find it easier to draft for a whole stream. I think like a whole stream of Constructed, you'd start to like get worn down a bit more. Alright, let's have a look-see. It's just in there for now. I assume his username has Pozzo in it. Yes, it does. Ooh, what is this? This black-green list. Black-green Planeswalkers? I might have to play this one, y'all. This looks like a treat. It has Massacre Girls as well and Midnight Reapers. We might be playing that one later. It looks delightful. I might also be scooping here. Aw, thank you so much, Kyoji. I really appreciate that. I'm super happy about how it went. Yeah, we have scooped. Alright. Does the person who the person who posted this says for Esper, he brings in all 4 Vivians. And takes out 3 Adranis, which makes sense. They're really bad against Kaya's Wrath. And just trims an Evolution Sage. This kind of makes sense to me, as far as sideboarding goes. I don't know if we almost want some Cindervines. Maybe they're just bad. Maybe they have like enough life gain and stuff that the Cindervines just end up not being relevant. You just want to like outgrind them with Planeswalkers, pressure them enough with your haste creatures. Could make sense. I know with Mono Red I've been bringing in Cindervines against Esper and it's actually felt kind of fine. Because they have so much removal that like post board it's kind of hard for your creatures to actually do anything meaningful anyway. But with Constructed it feels like every time you try to play a different deck, because yeah, you're getting matched against Mono Esper or it's a bad matchup, you'll swap decks. And yeah, Hunker Junk, I agree. It can get that way, especially on long streams. Oh yeah, the band deck is sweet, Max. I really want to play that. We might do that tomorrow. Well, what are the hot new standard decks? So, Simic Nexus got a big upgrade due to Tamiyo. There's some cool Bant decks with like Frilled Mystic getting bounced by Teferi over and over, which is really gross. It's like I've seen like a bunch of Domries in different decks. I think I want to play first. This is fine. Vivian seems nice. She's so good against Kaya's Wrath, right? Because you just get to cast the creatures on their end step, and so if they Kaya's Wrath you get to immediately rebuild. The Diviner Treasure Map deck. There's a Diviner Cura deck I've seen going around, which is like completely wild. Like, tap, remove a counter from my Cura to draw a card, untap, remove a counter from my Cura to draw a card. Just like, turn your Cura into like an opportunity. Kind of absurd. I just want a Branch Walker here. I want to dig for my 3rd land, because I desperately want to try and resolve Vivian next turn. Go to the yard. Mono red decks get Tibble. Tibber's OP. No one's ever beaten a Tibble. What about Aqua as an anti-Wrath deck? I think that card's probably fine. I think I prefer Vivian though. Because Vivian actually makes card advantage. Aqua kind of just gives you like card quality by like filtering away lands in the late games. Yeah. There are a few sites that are like catching up on that. Silence. Places will get there eventually though. There's like a lot of demand for deck lists to be done that way. There are a couple sites where if you post a deck list in one format, it'll put it into another format for you. If you just like Google, like, you know, Arena deck list converter, you'll find sites that let you do that. Alright, I've never cast this card before. So, -2. Look at the top 3 cards, exile one face down, put the rest on the bottom of the library for as long as it remains exiled. So even if Vivian goes away, we can still get to cast it. That's really sweet. So now we just have a Branchwalker eternally hidden away, essentially in our hand. Except it can't be Fulguration to the extent that matters. Turn 2 Davriel is pretty busted. Ew. That sounds disgusting, Cambo. Turn 2... like, mind twist you. Gontiing yourself. That's so cool. Alright, so we're just gonna plus her so we can keep her around. Do I want to cast a creature now or a creature on end step? I kind of wonder if I just Branchwalker now, because then if I hit a land drop, I can Branchwalker in that turn. Oh, I could have Raptured and got another minus. That's so cool. Huh. I didn't think of that. That's so neat. This deck is sweet. It's like... yeah, so we could have Raptured this turn, gotten an extra damage, and got another minus out of Vivian. But we still get to hold open our Ambush Viper here. Alright, this is looking decent for us. Awesome, Zora. Happy you're enjoying it. Try and keep things positive around here. Alright. This is sweet. I just get to cast my Ambush Viper. Draw another land so that I can Evolution Sage, put counters on my Viv. I guess I minus Viv first and see what I find. Spellbreaker and Domri. Although she can only cast creatures, so we should take the Spellbreaker. And then I think I go Evolution Sage, land, hold open my Raptor. No worries, Charlotte. Do I think there's a spot in Mono Green Tron for New, Khan, or Ugin? A bunch of people you play with say yes, but you're having a hard time seeing what they do better than what the deck already has. I would be surprised if New Ugin's good enough. I guess it's kind of nice that, New Ugin is something you can cast in the games where they're interacting with your Tron, right? Just like a 6-drop is something you can, like, reasonably cast. So maybe that makes it good enough, but I think on rate, if you're just casting it off, like, completing Tron, it's, like, nowhere near as good as Khan. Or, like, original Ugin. So, I'm not, like, super excited about that one. Right now we get to play Growth Chamber Guardian instead. Which is also sweet. And then next time we can go, like, Adapt, Proliferate, get another -2 in.
Thanks for the continued great content. Congrats on the MPL. I will be rooting for you.
Aw, thank you so much for the continued support, Hicks. I'm glad you're enjoying the content so much. It means a lot to me. And thank you for the congrats on the MPL. I'm so excited to be a part of it. It's such an amazing opportunity. Oh wow, I get to go get another Growth Chamber Guardian. This is great. I love this deck already. Alright, so we can't do anything with these cards, but we can remove a bad card from our deck. So I guess we just get rid of this Rootbound Crag from our deck and swing for 5. So as for Karn, sorry, I'm a bit behind on chat today. Chat's moving fast, it's nice. As for Karn in Tron, I think that card could see play. It's like, the static ability is like reasonably relevant against a bunch of things in Modern, and I think you could set up a cool toolbox with it that might make it good enough. I'm not excited by Ugin though. I don't think Ugin is quite good enough. Do I just cast the Spellbreaker? It's really bad if they have Absorb. Like, letting them cast and absorb is rough. I'm doing my best. I am. Apologies if I miss any messages, by the way. If I had to test exactly one deck for MCQ Live and on Arena, would it be Nexus? Yes. Easily Nexus. I think that deck is very, very good. If they absorb, they can't settle. That's true. I think I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to attack. It doesn't let them use an absorb. And I can just cast some stuff on their end step. It's like, if they go to Contempt my Vivian, I have a backup Vivian. If they go to Contempt a creature, I just have like a million creatures I can cast in their turn on their end step. So I think this is pretty fine. Pretty okay with this line. They have 5 in Yard, so they're not flipping Search quite yet. I just get to like cast 3 creatures on their end step. What do you cut from the sideboard for the toolbox? I mean, so Tron has like some very impactful cards in the sideboard, but it also has like a lot of like kind of mopey filler. It always feels like Tron sideboards are like 12 cards, and then you're like, what do I do with these final 3 slots? So we just run this back, right? This feels like a nice sideboard plan. New Vivian Rex. But yeah, the card is amazing. How good was it, that game? Especially with Proliferate to like keep the counters flowing. That was really impressive. Yeah, Freevium was awesome. So like in your Tron sideboard, you need like a few Frag Tusks, you need like a bit of Grave Hate, you need maybe like a couple kill spells of some kind. Like, I really like Spatial Contortion. And there's like one other thing I'm forgetting, but like, you get to this point where you've got like 12 cards, and then like the final 3 cards are just kind of whatever. So it's like, it's not even like you're eating up that many slots with Karn. You're kind of just using slots that aren't doing that much anyway for you. If Autumn can fit 4 Goyfs in the 75, then I'm sure we can fit 2 new Karn in a Lattice/Bridge. I only ever played 3 Goyfs, but fair point. At the time I wasn't playing Relic though, that was pre-Creeping Chill. Back when you didn't actually need relics for like a few months. I don't think you can put Goyf and Relic in the same Tron 75, and I think Relic is just like way too important at the moment. So Goyf is just like not being playable for about 8 or 9 months in the deck. Which is really sad to me because it's adorable, but here we are. Alright, opponents on the play. Game 3. Let's draw a Vivian again. Vivian is nice. I just want to play Vivian Tribal, just like free of both Vivians. Bunch of sweet creatures. Was Goyf ever playable? I thought Goyf was pretty good in Tron when I tried it out. Back before Dredge became a thing again. It was like really good against Hollow One. It's really good against humans. It was really good against Blue-White. It was just like all the top decks for like about a month or 2. It was actually like pretty good against. Out of the board. But now it's just like bad. You just can't play it. Because of how things have shifted. Oh, awesome, Hogpog. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to have you here. I don't think I can keep this. They can just kill my elf. Hand's also just like not that impressive. Like 3 Growth Chamber Guardians is not a combo. How is the London Mulligan? London Mulligan is interesting. I really like it. I think it means you just play more games of Magic. I think it's very good in Limited. And it didn't really seem to enable too much degenerate stuff. I did kind of like Arilax's take on it though. Arilax's take was like very different to how I responded, but it's like really interesting. And that was that he thought it led to like homogenization of games. I kind of want to play Guardian here, then next turn I can just adapt it. Because they don't have black mana for a removal spell. His thing was like, he felt like the London Mulligan led to like, games becoming too similar. Because people could mulligan more aggressively, and then like, when they mull to their 6, they get rid of a card in such a way that like, all the hands kind of play out more similarly, rather than being more varied. I thought that was a really interesting take that I'd not seen anyone else present. I'm not sure that I agree that that's enough of a downside to stop it being good, but I do agree that his stance on things was really fascinating to me. I wonder if I adapt just now. I feel like if they had a removal spell, they'd just have snapped it off in their turn, right? And they're just holding open absorb. I don't really want to miss out on 2 damage. I feel like there's like a demand on me to pressure them. Yeah, they didn't have the removal spell. Sweet. Oh yeah, Arilax has some very good takes on a bunch of different Magic stuff for sure. Alright, got in our hit for 4. I think they have absorb. So I'm going to hit them for 4 again, and then I'm going to double spell. If they counter the first spell, we can cast the second. If they don't counter the first spell, then we can just like pass the turn quite happily. Yeah, even if like I disagree with Ari, his points are always really well articulated and intelligent, which I appreciate, for sure. I'm not really sure which of these I'm meant to play. I guess I'll just play the Branch Walker though. They're probably going to absorb it. I don't think they can afford not to at this point. Okay, Branch Walker resolves, which is good. Oh, that's an incredible one. That one stays right on top. So we have 7 power. I wonder if I cast the Elf as well. Because if they tap out, I think I'm, for Akaya's Wrath, I think I'm just casting Vivian and getting the search off the table. So I don't know when I'm ever casting this Elf. And like, if they don't do that, I get to double Spellbreaker. Potentially. I don't know. I guess this is fine. I'm unsure whether to cast this now or wait on it. Probably just doesn't matter too much, but... Alright, they found the land for the Akaya's Wrath, because they didn't bin a card. This does put them down to 8 though. Now our Vivian gets to blow up Search, which I think is the best thing to do, because it's just like filtering them towards what they need, and then we force them to answer Vivian. Otherwise Vivian's going to take over the game. If they answer Vivian, then that just like lets our Spellbreakers go rampant. With Vraska's Contempt being almost a worse despark, does Green Black X wants to be Abzan instead of Sultai? I don't know, Hunker Drunk. Despark is like specifically worse against Rekindling Phoenix, I guess. But it is very efficient. Like, Vraska's Contempt is a bit mopey, right? It's just like not that impressive a card without Torrential Gearhawk in the mix. Yeah, Contempt hits 3 mana Planeswalkers, that's true, but that's like really sad exchange. They've like drawn a card off their 3 mana Planeswalker and you're trading down in mana. You're like not happy to be doing that, it feels like. Alright, so we can plus, draw a card. Can play my Spellbreaker. Give it haste. Am I just ignoring that Teferi? Yes, I am. Feels weird. but I'm gonna like play 2 creatures and force them to wrath my board again. I think I'm just ignoring Teferi. This might be a mistake. 3 damage is a lot of damage to give up though. And then I could play the Raptor to pump my Vivien up another loyalty. Or I could just play this, since we can pump it on in combat next turn, which sounds better to me. It's like much more threatening. It could even just kill them, potentially. Like, Raptor plus Guardian is 5. It's also the card one of the cards they know about, so just like giving less info. How important is it to get 3 mana Teferi, and can you spare sideboard slots for the Elder Spell? I guess that depends on how weak your deck is to 3 mana Teferi, right? So when you're playing like a control deck, you probably like really need to answer Teferi, whereas a deck like black-green mid-ranger sort of deck, an Abzan deck, you can try and attack the Teferi down, which makes up for a lot of the deficiencies there with the Spark missing Teferi. Yeah, exactly, Clayton. An Abzan deck is like very well suited just to pressure a Teferi on the ground with its explore creatures. Alright, they have a lot of stuff to answer here. And they're shocking themselves too. Oh, opponent. Opponent. I'm so sorry, opponent. I'm so sorry. Ah. Sure. I got bad news for you. RIP, opponent. On this day, an opponent died. Rar. Alright, we took down Esper with this deck. Game 1 felt a bit tough, but having a bunch more Viviens of different kinds in our deck was so strong. Our opponent stumbled a bit in that game too, mulliganed a couple times, which definitely helped as well. Should have ticked the Vivien up to try and hit a different haster for the Robins. Cast 2 of them. Oh my gosh. That was a nice start. It was a very nice start. Alright, waiting on the opponent. Let's see if we can see how this deck battles against Nexus. I feel like the Pelt Collectors mean you should be able to put a decent clock on Nexus, right? Pelt Collector kills very quickly. Sounds unexciting, a bit mana heavy, but obviously a keep. Oh boy, we have located a Nexus deck. They've had the turn 1 Growth Spiral. Somehow. Do I think Mono Blue will still be viable in the standard? I think it will almost certainly still be viable. Just because it's like a generically good deck. Like its game plan is powerful, etc. I suspect it might end up being worse though. Just because this is a yikes. 2 lands. Apparently it's not Nexus. This is a turn 3. This is a turn 3 right there. Oh my god, y'all. What is happening? That's a harsh opening, yeah. You're not wrong. I'm just gonna hope this Branchwalker can chump the Oketra, because like making a bunch of Growth Chamber Guardians might buy us some time. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I think a lot of how good Mono Blue ends up being will depend on how much play Blast Zone and Teferi, Teferi ultimately end up seeing. Both those cards are very good, so I expect they will see a lot of play, and that will hurt Mono Blue quite a bit. But we don't know how things are going to shake out quite yet, right? Alright, alright, alright. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Turn 3 a catcher on the play. Hard to beat. How do we board against that deck? How do we beat an Aketra? Can we beat an Aketra? Is this a beatable Magic card? Am I going to be at the Copenhagen tournament? Maybe. I'm going to be figuring out my schedule over the next couple days. I have a bunch of tournaments I need to figure out whether I'm going to. Since my life is busier than I expected now. But I want to go there. We'll see. We'll see if I do. I definitely want to go there. We need removal. Yeah, we don't really have the removal for that deck, right? Doesn't really feel like any of our cards are that bad here. Cindervines is definitely bad to bring in. I guess Vivian helps us like go toe-to-toe in a mid-range battle. Maybe the Ajani does a similar thing. All our cards are good. I actually... Isn't Knight great? Is Knight great? What does Knight do here? What does Knight blow up, Michael? They're playing, like, Bant mid-range. I don't think they have Reclamation or Riscanta. Is the thing. Yeah, the plan is just to slug it with them and hope they don't draw a Catra, I guess. Somehow. Oh, Conclave? Yeah, it could blow up Conclave. I don't know. I'm not excited by that idea, though. I guess I'll just take out a Raptor. Raptor seems like it's mainly just an aggressive tool. For, like, making a huge Pelt Collector and beating down. Doesn't seem as exciting in these mid-range fights. The hope is that they're a new player and don't have 4 copies of a Catra yet. The dream. Alright, turn 2 Spellbreaker. That could be worse. Make a 4/4. Yike. It's kind of scary. With, Llanowar Elves and Slovers, they get to 3 mana on turn 2 so consistently. Oh, you saw someone running the new Blue Guard out of the Simic sideboard. The Blue Guard has been impressive. Card has been quite a bit better than I expected. I was expecting it to be like pretty medium. It's actually looked kind of nice with Opt though. The fact that like you can opt in your opponent's turn to get triggers is really powerful. Alright, no more lands please. This deck doesn't seem like it copes very well with flooding. You really have to draw like one of your Vivians to fight your way through that. Or a Growth Chamber Guardian. Okay, they have a 3/5 for a Spellbreaker. If we draw an Evolution Sage, we get to make our Spellbreaker a 5/5 though. And then it has like really clean attacks. Yike. I do get to hit them for 4 at least. It is a nasty sloth. So mean. Ooh, do I want to hold lands now for Evolution Sage? I guess I do. Because then I can start just ensure I get triggers for the rest of the game. Incoming March? I don't think they're playing March of the Multitudes. March is like pretty interesting with Grazer, but... Please don't insult the sloth. Yeah, we love slothers. We don't insult the sloth. The sloth is our friend. Yike. That's like a bit of an issue. Yeah, that did happen. It really did. They were missing blue mana, you're not wrong. They found their blue mana. I guess they're just all in on the ramp into Krasis clan. Grazer, Druid, and Elf. Interesting. So it's Brave New World. Yike. Okay. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I don't think we're beating this. We have to draw like Vivian minus on Shalai and we still died to Crisis. Ramp is powerful. Yeah, that deck was sweet. That deck just like murdered us. Why does our creature not have Flampool? I don't know, Emily. We should look into that one. Upgrade it a bit. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 1-1 with this deck so far. We beat Esper Control. But that Bant deck did not seem particularly beatable. I guess that's just like always how it's been, right? Back when like Gruul was seeing play in Standard, it just sucked against Hydroid Crisis decks. It was so bad against Sultai. It's like the same thing here. Like, just Spellbreaker decks in general are looking to do things that are inherently bad against Hydroid Crisis. What's my favorite colors? Blue is my favorite color to play by a lot. I kind of love playing every color in their own ways. I'd probably say red is my least favorite, but least favorite to play. But honestly, I enjoy all of them. Alright, get down my Spellbreaker. What are my thoughts with Saheeli in the Arclight deck? Oh, I think that's probably really good. I think the Arclight deck might just be really good in general. Like, there's also that sweet new card, the Red Expel. I think that card is very strong in the Arclight deck. The fact that in a single card you can return your Phoenixes is really powerful, I think. Hey there, July. It's been fun. We beat up on Esper pretty convincingly. But we've been struggling against the other mid-range decks. The other mid-range decks are just like mid-ranging better than us. Which is, I guess not that surprising. That's always been the case for Spellbreaker decks. Alright. Alright, not the best draw. I almost just want to hold it. I just don't feel like playing this does anything. So I guess I just pass the turn here. If we draw an Ajani, we get to do some nonsense. We get to go Ajani minus Raptor Proliferate, Land Proliferate. And we end up with like some huge creatures. You played it in Grixis, Esper, and Sultai, and all three did pretty well. Okay. Make a huge 4/4. I guess I get to proliferate onto it, which is nice. In 60 minutes and 30 minutes, players will no longer be able to create games or log in. I hope that doesn't interrupt the stream at all. I don't know how disruptive that's going to be. Oh, they have a hostage taker? What am I even doing? How do I ever beat a hostage taker? Alright. I'm done here. This is very over. Their plan is over our plan. Indeed. Alright, bring in the Planeswalkers. Yeah, Sultai crushes opposing mid-range decks. I mean, that's what Sultai's built to do, right? For sure. It feels like these sort of like red-green decks are just really awkward if Solto sees play, although Solto's not been good for a while, has it? I know people were pretty off the deck after the first MC, just because it put up like a pretty unexciting performance there. You're curious to donate to have me make a list of 4 Diviner, 4 Cure, and whatever else you want and see what you come up with? That sounds fun, July. I could do that. I could definitely end up doing something with that. Oh my god, silence. I mean, like, the dream draw of, like, most half-decent decks is gonna be anything, right? Small Viv makes me better against sorcery speed removal. Yeah, it makes me better against Chupacabra, I guess. That's fair. It grinds a little bit. Also gets attacked really well by explore creatures. Right, this is Mulligan. This is a fine hand. Definitely gonna bottom a land. So I get to go Branchwalker, try and get a counter on it, get the Evolution Sage going. Is Shark to Crab Proliferate a thing at all? I want it to be. Shark to Crab's just like not quite a good enough rate for standard though, I think. Which is a bit sad. This is such a tilt. I mean, I guess I put it in the graveyard. I have one less Growth Chamber Guardian to go find. Hey there, Bobbin. Good to see ya. Right, they get their own Branchwalker. So, can either play a Sage or a Guardian. Growth Chamber Guardian. That's actually kind of great, Bobbin. I did not do that intentionally, anyway. Any Neoform brews out there? I haven't messed around with the card in standard yet. I wouldn't mind doing that at some point. At the moment, I'm just trying out, like, sweet decks other people have been hyping up, though. Seeing if I like anything. It's the new Modern hotness. Yeah, Neoform's seeing so much play in Modern. It's really sweet, honestly. I was not expecting that. How do I feel about my preview card, Breaking Modern? It's delightful. I'm sure it's not what Wizards expected, but I'm kind of into it. I get to make this a 5/4. That's gas. Alright, so I can play this. This becomes a 5/4. Play my Guardian, hit them for 5. I wasn't planning on that, Prometheus. Alas. Oh, I think Mono Red's really good, Enrico. I think Mono Red's been underrated for quite a while. Deck is just, like, actually pretty decent. I think it's pretty good at the moment, too. If we drew on a Domri this turn, I think we'd be in an okay spot. Elf was not the draw we needed, though. Because the Evolution Sage is going to be really good against us. What do I think of the London Mole? I think it's good. I think it just, like, means people play more games of Magic, you know? Less, like, mulliganing into Oblivion can only be a good thing. Alright, we got to hit them for 9. I don't know that that's going to be enough, though. They're going to get to Sage, and then grow their team every turn. Did I like Blue-Black Terramander? It was entirely fine and unexciting. I wasn't like a big fan of the deck. I was a big fan of Enter the God Eternals. That card is gross. And Kefnet was really impressive in that deck too. So like, a bunch of the top end stuff was really impressive. I kind of understand the need for like the Terramonders just so you can actually pressure people, but wasn't huge into that part of the deck. I guess I'm just swinging with the big creatures. Forcing some trades before these grow anymore. Yeah, it does, Emily. Like, it feels less punishing when you get to, like, you know, make nice mulligan decisions. Or make less painful mulligan decisions. Oh, Caius! Thank you so much for the 110 bits. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. Oh, awesome, Yakatopa. Glad to have you here. Glad you're enjoying the games. Where's the hat? The hat is somewhere in, I believe, Mississippi? Question mark? The hat is not on my person, alas. The hat enjoyed its holiday winning multiple tournaments on multiple different heads, but is now back in Aaron's hands. Yeah, I hope they adopt it too, Dokomoy. I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't. I think it's probably a net benefit for Magic. Alright, well, I'd like to adapt my Growth Chamber Guardian opponent. Oh, do they have a Contempt? Brutal. I want to go get a Growth Chamber Guardian. I'm assuming... Oh. There's just like none left in my deck. Cool. Pro plays her. Awesome. Lol. That's great. What a world. Alright. Sego. Hashtag MPL. Hashtag MPL. Hey, I got my opponent to use their removal spell early. What do you want from me? I was doing nothing else with my mana. Hashtag so pro. Can we top deck action? Would be great. Yeah, Domri would have been an absurd draw. Branch Walker, less of an absurd draw. Yep. I guess I don't play that because I have Evolution Sage in my deck. Okay, here's a Wild Growth Walker. Branch Walker is a Domri on suspend. That's a way of looking at it. Yike. Hey there, Ryan. Good to see ya. Yeah, we sure do, Donabelle. The proliferate synergies have not felt that impressive. I guess we haven't lived the Ajani dream yet. But this deck is not... I've been enjoying it. It's like pretty fun, but it definitely doesn't seem that powerful. I'm gonna play like one more match of it, I think. Oh, they won't let us join games again because of it going offline. Are we just like not allowed to play games now? Your client's updating at the moment. Okay, we might have to pause a moment to update. Alas. Alright, we're gonna wait a minute for my client to update, and then we'll get back into some games. You can join games. It's just not letting me, Cambo. Oh yeah, you've updated. Cool. We'll just run the update. It'll only take like 5 minutes. play the Explorer package instead of Spellbreaker and Belt Collector. That could be good. Just play like Jade Light and Wildgrowth Walker. What am I playing in the fandom thing? I'm not in the fandom thing today, alas. Otherwise I'd be playing Simic Nexus and pouring everyone, because it's just like such a good deck. Alright, just waiting a minute on this update. Then we're gonna finish. I think I'm gonna play one more match with Naya, and then we're probably gonna move on to a different deck. I've got like a few different decks loaded up I want to play, get in some games with, see what feels good. I have to make my mind up on your Nexus. You should play Lily 2. Lily 2 sounds like the best one. You played a second match with the Bat deck and learned that getting 3 tokens from a Ketra beats my opponent getting 12 or so tokens from Hero of Precinct 1. A Ketra could be like decent. A Ketra's just bursted and limited. You only need to get a single token off of a Ketra, and suddenly your board is just like kind of obscene, right? You've been playing a standard version of the Rock with main deck Duress, New Lily, Mobilized District, Explore package, and a bunch of removal. Yeah, there's a black-green deck someone linked in chat earlier that I really want to try, that 5-0'd on Magic Online. That's playing like a bunch of super friends. It seems sweet. People say Esper midrange is good. Yeah, that deck's look decent. I was watching Andrea play it a bit earlier this morning whilst I was having breakfast. Seemed like quite, like, surprisingly good. I thought Esper midrange was kind of trashy last standard, but I guess the tools it's gained are all like really solid for the deck. You got the War Mythic Edition. Should you hold on to it, piece it out, or sell it whole? I have no idea, Prodigy. I don't really think about the, like, you know, hashtag MTG Finance part of the game very much. Kind of just, like, play the game because I enjoy it, so I'm very bad at knowing when you should keep things and sell them. If you don't need the money, hold. Makes some amount of sense to me. Alright, we're just waiting for this download to fire off. Then we'll get plans for some other decks. Apologies for the slight delay. Slightly awkward timing on the stream, I guess. So one of the decks I wanted to play, someone just put in chat earlier. Oh, is this screen just not working? Why is this not working? Alright. Apparently I won't be showing you the deck I want to play, but it's really sweet. It has like 11 Planeswalkers and a black-green shell, including turn 3 Davriel off of Llanowar Elf, which seems really powerful. It has like Midnight Reaper with Massacre Go, which is a really nice combo too. You like get to sweep the board, but you get to draw cards off it and your opponent doesn't, which seems like actually quite reasonable. 11 Planeswalkers, there's so many different ones too. It's like 3 Davriel, a Khan, 2 Lily, 2 Vivian, and then like 3 Vraska across 2 different types of Vraska. Just like the full palette of Planeswalkers. It's kind of sad that Vivian can't grab Planeswalkers for you. Alright. Hopefully this downloads in a sec. I'm just gonna go get some water. Can I link it in chat? I can. Absolutely can. So if you go here and Control F for Potso, the list is by Sebastian. I'm probably butchering his name. Sebastian Potso. It seems delightful. I previewed the card. I have to make Griselbrands with it on Magic Online. I want to do Arena today. Arena's fun. Magic Online's fun too, but hey, Kodaddy. Alright, I'm gonna get some water whilst I wait for Arena to update. Hopefully it gets there in a moment. It's kind of taking its time. But We'll be back in a moment. Mewstream OP. You love the one Vraska's Contempt? I haven't actually looked at the removal suite properly. It is actually just a single Vraska's Contempt as the removal. That's delightful. I love the 4th Davriel on the board. Maybe Davriel's just great. Turn 2 Davriel honestly seems like a little bit busted. There are not many decks that can cope with that. Even against like mono red, you get like a 2-for-1 normally, right? It's only bad against like really creature heavy aggro like mono white. Aw, thank you Kodaddy, I really appreciate it. It's really exciting. I'm very, very keen to be taking part in everything that's gonna be happening. You're trying out the bat mid-range right now, predictably smushes aggro but not quite able to outgrind control and hate out Nexus yet. Yeah, that sounds about right. Seems like it should be good against other mid-range decks too. But I don't know, Nexus is just terrifying, right? Bad against Ferox, everyone just starts playing mono green. Beat up on the Davriel Menace. Oh my gosh. Turn 1 Lorune Enforcer, turn 2 Grateful Apparition, turn 3 Davriel. What the hell, Emily? That's disgusting. I had someone in Sealed go turn 2 Apparition, turn 3... I can never remember its name, like, the 2 and a green put a counter on something. So they, like, put a counter on the Apparition, attack for 2, and then proliferate onto both. And the game just, like, ended on turn 3. Because they were on the play. It was so disgusting. Just have this, like, growing flyer and this, like, unbeatable planeswalker that's putting counters on everything. Oh no, it was the planeswalker, Roy. It was, I can't remember his name, but just, like, dumps a counter on a creature every single turn. Just, like, really, really scary in combination with Apparition. Yeah, Jang. That one. That card is, like, better than I expected. That card on the play can be really hard to beat sometimes. New to the stream, how do you feel Vivian's Arcbow has performed? I've only seen it in Limited so far, where it's, like, decent. Junipera, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub and becoming a Knight of Autumn. It means a lot to me. Everyone get some love in chat for our new Knight. Really, really appreciate the support, Junipera. Thank you. So, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying about Arcbow. Yeah, I've not played against it in Constructed yet. In Limited, it seemed like a bit slow, but it's very threatening in that it's hard to attack into when they have the mana open. Because if they hit like a 5-drop, they'll just eat a creature in combat. So that aspect of it is pretty scary. So I suspect it's like decent and limited. It's obviously like a lot of investment though, you know. By the time you've made like a 4-drop, you might have spent like 2 cards and 7 or 8 mana. Competitive metagame challenge in 23 hours. Ooh, that's kind of sweet, Death Coach. Just means people are going to be playing loads of Nexus in it, but We'll see. I might play some of that on stream. I don't have that much gold left on my account at the moment. I've been burning it on packs to make all the new cards. Hey there, Og. Good to see ya. Are we at the end of the stream? No, we're at the middle. Arena deployed an update in the middle of the stream. Just like slightly awkward timing, but we're just waiting for it to finish downloading. Then we'll be getting right back into some games in a minute. We got through like 3 matches with Naya. It's going pretty okay. Struggling against the mid-range decks, though. It's up on your end. It might be like hitting people at different times. You're just downloading. Yeah, it didn't download before the stream began. When I fired up then. I didn't know exactly when it would be deploying. Naya what? We're playing Naya Proliferate. I'm gonna play one more match with it, I think. It's kind of mid-rangey. It's like aggressive mid-range. It's not able to like grind fully, but it can pressure people pretty fast because of Pelt Collector. I'm not quite sure how good it is. It's been pretty fun. It seems to really struggle against cards like Hostage Taker and Deputy of Detention, though. If it's actually Nexus heavy, maybe we break out Mono Blue again. I'm really curious. I need to play against Nexus with Mono Blue, because I don't know if Blast Zone just completely flips that matchup, or whether like it's still maybe close. They have to send the update all the way to England. It is far away, Bobbin. It takes a while. Oh my gosh, I think we're almost there. Arena has popped up on my screen now, which is encouraging. It's something at least. Apologies for the slight delays, everyone. It's nice hanging out there, talking with chat. We need to decide what we're playing after this. I really want to play that black-green deck, but I also want to play the nonsense kind of mono-red prowess deck that Canister was playing on stream yesterday, because we played against him, and that deck looked like a treat. Alright. And I believe we are back. Please work, please work, please work. Awesome. Awesome. I'm back in some games. Thank you everyone for being patient, hanging around. It's been nice having you all here. I know I really want to play Limited. I need to learn the Limited format properly, Brian. I'm competing in the mocks in like 2 weeks' time, Magic Online Championship, and I do not know this Limited format very well. I did very badly in the draft at the MC. I'm like definitely someone who benefits, who's like very bad at like the first several drafts, and benefits a lot from just getting reps in. So the fact that I only had like a few days to prepare for drafting at the MC was really problematic for me, compared to like all the like the last two MCs before it. I just got like, you know, a month and a half lead up time, and so just like got so many reps in that I felt really well prepared. Yeah, I'm going to be competing in the mocks. It's going to be really sweet. I'm very excited for it. Alright. This is a sweet mountain. I've not seen this one before. Mono blue splashing red. Oh my god. That's not actually a thing, is it, Dokomoy? I assume that's not actually a thing someone would have to do. Wow. Chingwalla. Bursted. I guess I just make my 4/4. Then try and like proliferate onto it, get it out of range of burn spells, so it can like easily block. Oh, awesome. It's nice to have you here, Kinseref. Thank you for the congrats. Your strengths at the very beginning and very end of formats. Yeah, so like, I think I just don't block, because I really want to proliferate and make their life harder. So like, for Ravnica Allegiance, my first, like, over, like, my first 30 drafts, I just, like, didn't have a winning record. I was like 50% or something. And by the end of the format, my rating on Modo was, like, up to 1900, just because I'd had so many reps in and knew the format so well by that point. And that's just, like, really huge for me. Just getting in all those reps is something that really benefits me, I think. Like, once I have time to practice the format and learn it properly, I think I get pretty good at it. But those, like, first couple weeks are really rough for me. I kind of want to hold this for the Evolution Sage. I also kind of want to play it out, though, so I can do more things. Am I attacking for 5? I don't want to block their 4/4 is the thing. If they make a 3/3 haste, though, I really want to be able to block that. 5 damage is a lot to miss out on, though. I think I'm just going to attack for 5. I really just don't want to block here, because I can make this a 5/5, and then it just, like, makes this a lot less impressive. I don't mind if they attack my Domri, because then they're not attacking me. Taking 4 is a big deal. It is. I think part of how I win this game is, like, evolving or proliferating on my Spellbreaker and having a really developed board presence from that. Alright, that's a land. That's very good. So we can go... Ooh. I can proliferate onto this and I get to fight again. Right? Can proliferate onto both. Fight a 4/4. Yeah, double prolif seems sweet. It really does. Alright, this seems good. I even get to keep the Domri around this way. So I proliferate onto both. This is delightful. I have no idea if this is good, but it's a treat. Submit 2. Minus. This fights this. I can hit them for 7. And then I'm just, like, threatening to kill them if they're not careful. This is great. Yeah, I might win this, Death Coach. Our synergies are kind of coming together here. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but... Yeah, they can make a hasty. Is this not good enough, though? Right? I just kill them on the way back. So block this, and then my 7/6 kills them. Sweet. Domri OP. Domri's so good, and he's like green-red mirrors. Okay, so... kind of don't want to change too much. I was boarding in the Raptors against the... boarding out the Raptors against the other mid-range decks, but I think the Raptors are actually pretty important here, just to like be able to develop our board quickly. I might swap a Vivian for an Ajani, though. Ajani seems very strong. I guess Vivian answers Skagra Hellkite, which is a terrifying card. But Ajani lets our board go over the top of theirs pretty well. I just don't think anything else on my board is exciting here. I think this is all like solving different problems. We're already pretty good at playing to the board in these red-green decks. Against these red-green decks. Alright, let's do this. I wanna go even with this deck. 2 and 2. I'll take a 2 and 2. One more this. This is fine. I'm gonna bottom this because it's a 4th land, but it doesn't let us cast Ajani. And the Branch Walker's probably gonna find us a land anyway. Alright. Fire off Branchy. Oh, they have an instant in their hand. Our Branch Walker might be dying. This is fine. We don't have anything to trigger it is the problem. So I think it's just going to the graveyard at this point. Okay. Domri and Ajani not looking good when we don't have any creatures. I couldn't really justify keeping the Pout Collector though. So we kind of just have to hope we can get there. Find a Growth Chamber Guardian or something. Jeez, another Chain Whirler. We really desperately need Growth Chamber Guardian. I just, like, can't cast these cards. I guess I have to. They just die to Chain Whirlers. Opponent has 4 spells in hand, too. Yeah, I have to cast this to not die, but... I think it's basically Growth Chamber Guardian or bust at this point, because that card lets us build, like, a developed board to block their free freeze. Yeah, gains 9. Oh my gosh. Doing our best Emma Handy impression here. Good morning, Shovel Mage. Great to see you. Ajani just healed for 9. It's kind of nice. I don't know, 4 mana gain 9 isn't quite what I'm into. Alright. Let's try a bit better in the next one. Try not to draw so many lands in the next one. Pout Collector is like such a weird card. You like have to draw it early, otherwise it's just really unexciting. Maybe I meant to take out Lana or Elves because of Chain Whirler, actually. Board in like just like a couple more pieces of top end and trim on these so we don't get like ruined by Chain Whirler as badly. I think Domri's very good. Problem is we just didn't draw like any of our Spellbreakers or Guardians or anything like that game. But Domri was really impressive game 1, right? Domri just like slaughtered their board. Especially in combination with Proliferate Synergies. Alright, we're gonna play first. This is fine. The Guardian is really important. We've got an Evolution Sage as well to proliferate onto our stuff. So I think we're going to wait on the Guardian and play Branch Walker first. Because then we can maybe get counters on this immediately for these Sages. Alright, I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna put this in the yard. Already got like a bunch of filler creatures. We've got plenty to do with our mana. In terms of like, just random bodies. Alright. We're certainly going to evolve this game. Play out our Evolution Sage. Next turn, this gets +2/+2. If it doesn't die. Sure, deal. Ooh. This one is nice too. I kind of just want to play a 4/4 now. Even if they play a Rekindling Phoenix, this gets to attack past it then, which seems really powerful. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack for free, play the 4/4 and hold the land. I think that is the plan. Can hold the land to trigger these things. Ensure that we get a 5/5 next turn. Even Nullhide Ferox. Yikes. Alright, well, we can beat a Nullhide Ferox. creatures are gonna get real big here. That one's maybe a bit tougher to beat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo! Alright. This is a bit silly. I don't think I'm attacking. I really want to draw a land next turn. Land would be great. Yeah, if I attack, I get the Ferox off the board. I guess. And I get in for a bunch of damage, right? Does deck want Evolving Wilds? Evolving Wilds could be sweet with the Sage. So if I attack with these two, they can go chump here, block here, and they take 4. Or they can go double block here and take 6. I think either of those outcomes is pretty good. Obviously we can just grow our creatures even larger next turn though. But I think this is fine. Clearing the Ferox out of the way just gives us like really good attacks next turn as well. So we're just pushing so much damage. Yeah, it might just be too slow. It is sweet specifically with the Sage. Kind of feel like a lot of the time once you're doing your thing with Sage, you're like pretty happy regardless though.
Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Aww. Teresa, thank you so much for the 5 months of support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I hope you had a good time recording the podcast yesterday. What am I doing here? I kind of want to like make a 4/4, make a Guardian. And then I can play the Sage out as a surprise when I draw my land for it. Yeah, this seems fine. I'm just gonna go get another Guardian and play it. Once we draw a land, we're just like gonna be in an absurd position. Because all our creatures are going to get +3/+3. Or like all our non-Sage creatures, anyway. Oh, I missed being on there, Teresa. You made sure to give everyone my pro tip of drawing 2. It's a powerful tip. Can advise. No, because I want to play the Sage before playing my land. If I draw a land. And the chance that I removing a Guardian from the deck ends up mattering is pretty small. This is like medium draw. It's kind of okay. Right, take action. Find a Growth Chamber Guardian. Play my Raptor. So if I play my Raptor, we get a 5/5, a 5/5, and a 7/6. We attack all at their face. Aww, One Mind. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. That means a ton to me. Everyone get some love in chat for our new Knight. And show them our appreciation. It means a lot to me, One Mind. Thank you. So if I play the Raptor, attack them with everything. They have to... I think it's just like good, right? I think it's just good. This has to be good. Maybe they even just die. I'm not like entirely sure. At the very least, I think they're chump blocking with like 2 creatures. Oh, I get to choose all attack. Okay. I think this is good. Maps is for blockers, right? Maps is for blockers. Yeah, I think they have to block both the 5/5s. So they just like chump both their Spellbreakers. And the Phoenix doesn't get to do anything, and they go to 2. Awesome. We're getting to do our thing this game, thankfully. We didn't actually get to go off with Evolution Sage yet until this game. Oh my gosh. Alright, 2 and 2. I'll take the 2 and 2. This deck is pretty fun. I kind of want to play one more with it. I know I said I'd move on to a different deck now. But getting to do our thing that game made me kind of happy. I don't know. I'm gonna play something different. Deck felt decent. Felt very awkward against mid-range decks. Against like non-Spellbreaker mid-range. But that's just true of like every Spellbreaker deck, right? All of them have that problem. They're just like bad against Chupacabra, bad against Hydra Krasis, bad against Hostage Taker. I wish we got to play against Nexus. This deck felt like okay against Esper. Just because you have so many Vivians post-board. Which are really good against them, and you like grind a bit with Guardian. But I really want to see how this does against Nexus. Like whether the Pelt Collector and Raptor curves are enough to gain you some equity there, or like whether you're just like a bit awkward against them like all Gruul decks are. Also curious, I assume this is just really bad against Mono White. I know Gruul always sucked against Mono White. But like maybe the fact you can go big enough to actually block their creatures in the mid to late game helps with like the Sages and Ajanis. Anyway, deck was fun.